Hi there, students. Grue. A grue as a noun, or to grue as a verb. Okay, think of something that you think is absolutely disgusting, something you hate. That is to grue. Is to shiver, to shudder, to feel a very strong aversion to someone. A grue, this creeping of the flesh, a shiver. When I hear the sound of fingernails on a blackboard, I grue. It makes me grue. And that is to grue. It's a shivering or shaking, as in fear, or it's this response. It's to shudder with fear. I think this is something as a noun, a grue. I would say it's probably Scottish, but it's not a terribly common phrase. To shudder, to shiver with cold, or shiver with fear. Now, the word gruesome is quite common. Gruesome as an adjective. Something that's gruesome is horrible, it's full of blood. So the news that we see every day is pretty gruesome. There are gruesome horror films on the in the cinema, and I think maybe we are so extensively exposed to grue that we just don't grue anymore. That's a quote by John Crosby. Okay, so to grue, to shiver or shudder, to shiver with cold, to shudder with disgust, to shudder with fear. There are people who grue when they see a butcher at work cutting up an animal. Ooh. Okay, but each person, it depends what is gruesome to them. Something that is shockingly horrible. So, the grues, a fit of shivering, the sound of the wind in the trees gave me the chills, it gave me the grues and made me shiver. It's impossible to read this account of the concentration camp without a cold grue going down your back. Okay, so grue. It's a shiver, a shake. You're hurt. It makes your flesh creep. So when I read the report about the case, a grue went across me. I felt very strong aversion to it. So maybe we all grue at certain things, to shiver, to shudder, to tremble with fear, with disgust, with horror, and that's the idea. I think it comes from things that are disgusting. So grue as well, something that comes from a gruesome event. So there was gore everywhere. The butcher was covered in grue, covered in horrible dark thing, in blood and entrails. There was grue everywhere after the accident. Okay, so grue. But I think grue, same as grow, grew, grown, but a shivering of the flesh, to shiver, to shudder. Let's see. This is linked to, for example, a Swedish word, Grue, or Old Danish Grue, related to German or Dutch, graven or gruen, to abhor, to think that something is totally disgusting. So, Grue.